248. Production procedures, what did we learn today? The 19th on the Thursday class. Well, today we put together and finished up one more of the milestones in this project that I'm calling the goal, learning and reading the goal. And the name of that milestone was the particular production procedure improvements in the goal. So I went over how we instituted these two major production procedure improvements. And what were they? They were the red tag, green tag, yellow tag system, which had to be instituted and then measure, control, and adjusted. And the other one was having the lot sizes. I make these the two major production procedures because they're the ones that had the biggest effect on the bottom line. The bottom line being just like those financial statements I showed you the other day. You know, everything we own minus everything we owe is the money that we made. Or anytime like an income statement, at the bottom line, you're going to see this number. And that's what they've been focused on. That has been the goal throughout. And what these two production procedure improvements did was they had the biggest effect on the bottom line. So they institute the green tag, red tag thing, and then they adjusted and measured it by finding out that they were releasing material too fast. The fix was the drum buffer rope system. The drum beat tied to the red parts being released to no faster than they can go through the bottlenecks, to the green tags going through the non-bottleneck machines being tied to final assembly. They don't have to worry about the bottleneck, they're not going there. You release the green tag parts tied to assembly. Then we have the having the lot sizes. We have to do this because we have to turn out 15% more on the bottom line with not a corresponding big jump in business. They do find a little bit more business in the Bucky Burnside order and use that as the opportunity to half lot sizes. So when they half the lot sizes, they do that because not that they're finding bunches of piled up inventory like they did with red tag, green tag, but they have them because they get a grip on the 4 times. 4 times were setup time, process time, queue time, and wait time. Reread those things over and over, because when they cut by 50% their lot size, it turns out that they cut out 50% of the time on 3 of the 4 of those times. So now you have a much smoother flow through the plant. You make your 15% number. What do? Well, you measure and control that. If that worked that time, let's try it again. So what do? They half lot sizes even one more time. It ends up that their suppliers don't mind, because now they can plan their production, and then the people that we supply end up not minding, not getting huge lot sizes, but more steady, smaller shipments help them meet their bottom line and increase their bottom line. So they love it. And the result is not only do they get this 15%, but they get long-term contracts out of the deal. Long-term contracts mean certainty for everybody. Long-term contracts prove that you don't necessarily have to be the cheapest guy. If you can deliver a quality product on time and faster than anybody else, then you have a marketplace advantage that then leads to market share for your company. And once a company loses a customer, it's very hard for them to get that customer back. So because they get used to you as a supplier, giving them what they want and when they want it. After that, I talked about starting the end game. Because now we have all the production procedure improvements in, it's time to step back and look at what we've done. It's just like closing the project, where we do a lessons learned, good and bad. What good happened here? What bad happened here? What conclusions can we draw? And the conclusions that they draw is a new theory of constraints, it's called, where we are going to have a 4-step process we're going to follow to continuously improve this plant afterwards. Because should we stand still after we have success? No. You stand still in a football game, you get run over. You got to continuously improve and compete and keep on going and keeping on with your improvements. So, the theory of constraints institutes a process of continuous improvement. You should read carefully how they come to these conclusions. And we will see you next week, and that will be the last 2 class periods directly on the goal. We'll have another week after that to put it all together, and that will be the midpoint of the semester. After the second half of this semester, you're going to need to get the other textbook down at the bookstore. Thank you, and we'll see you next week.